Tes, I'm audible.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Assalamualaikum, Mas.
Waalaikumsalam, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, today is a great day for started this week.
Great. Hope you're having a great weekday. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Welcome back, Mr. Ihsan.
Mhm.
Today is our second meeting out of 12 meetings.
Yes.
Today we are scheduled from 7:30 to 8:30 to have further discussion regarding a new topic today. But
Yeah.
before that, would you please remind me again what you have learned previously? What have we discussed in the first meeting?
We discussed about the maybe I forgot for this the term of this topic, but I can use my
Hello, Mas Ihsan, you are freezing. Mas Ihsan, you there? Is it my connection or?
I think that is your connection.
Oh, really? But
Oh,
no,
sorry.
I think it's yours. Hello?
Hello, sorry.
No problem.
This
Understand.
is my internet connection problem.
Yeah, I noticed. Would you please continue, sir? You're freezing again. All right.
Sorry, sir.
No problems. Test, test.
I'm sorry. I try to switch my connection to another one.
Mm-hmm. Is it working now? Are you good? Okay. Freezing again.
Uh,
No
sorry.
worries.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. No pressure. All right. You're
Hello. Do you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, crystal clear.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for this problem happen. Okay. In previous meetings, we are discuss about the suicide. Once of the a people, a person in Japan, a Japanese, try to suicide her to kill himself because of the problem with his healthy. So there is no option for him to cure all of the problem that happened to his body. So the final decision is he tried to kill himself, and she tried to she asked to help doctor to give him some drug to kill himself. I think it is enough.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for the summary, Mas Ihsan. It's very
Yeah.
comprehensive.
Mm.
Last week we talked about euthanasia or the right to die.
Euthanasia.
Uh-huh. It's a different case with murder because a murder is a killing action without permission or without one's consent.
Mm.
Comparatively, euthanasia or the right to die or mercy suicide is actually uh, it it has a commitment or consent from the individual. That's the main difference. Yes, we have talked further about it. We ask
Mm.
questions, you answer, you respond to the statements, the 5 statements, and some issues. Today, we're gonna continue to another topic
Mm.
in a different theme. Can you see my slide, sir?
Yeah, I can see your slide clearly.
Yes, previously, we talked about issues in life and death. Today, we're gonna be talking
Oh,
less heavy discussion.
yes,
It's gonna be issues in families.
yes.
I took this title. It's about for the sake of the children. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, can you see my slide again, Mas?
I can see your slide, but the font is too tiny. Okay,
What about like this?
okay, I can see it clearly.
Okay, cool. Let's focus on the title first, Mas Ihsan.
Hmm.
For the sake of the children, can you translate it to Indonesian words?
Uh, about demi anak-anak or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, demi anak. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Mm.
Just to ensure, right? Let's take a look at this instruction here, Mas Ihsan.
Yeah.
Wali Abunit has not been healthy recently. Read his conversation with his doctor and find out what is making him feel so bad.
Mm.
Wait. Okay, yes. Uh, so basically, it's going to be about divorce.
Mm.
Yes. What is
Okay.
divorce in Indonesian words?
Perceraian.
Let's warm up a bit before we jump to the passage, before you read the passage thoroughly. What do you think about divorce?
I think that is something is not used to be happen to the family. So everything can be happen, but if you can avoid that condition or option, maybe you choose to avoid that option. But actually every people have a different problem with his family, so we can judge the option of the people choose when they are decide to choose divorce option.
Mhm. So basically, you are against the option of divorce,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Why is that?
Sorry, can you?
Why do you think divorce is not supposed to be happen?
Oh, there are so many. Yeah, it's related to the topic that I will discuss today. Because of the children,
Mhm.
divorce not only maybe you can solve your problem when you choose the divorce option, but I think that will be different for the children, since the children uh, uh, find not a normal situation because of the parents option. So maybe the children become a victim of the condition when the parents decide to divorce. I think that is my opinion.
Understood, sir. So, it's a very bold statement coming from you, Mas Ihsan. So, are you saying that you are saying that divorce
Yeah.
destroying the children?
Hmm.
Mhm. And also before that, you said divorce is actually one of the options of
Yeah.
and many problems decided by some people.
Yes.
What kind of problems that require divorce as the solution?
Um. Maybe you need to try the second opinion for that condition in your for the condition in your family. You can choose, maybe you can find or meet to the psycholog or something like that, or consultant about your condition about the condition in your family, or yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's really
Yeah,
really deep
you're
discussion related to the children.
I know, I know. You're
Mm.
still giving the solutions before
Yeah.
coming to divorce.
Yeah.
Last option,
Yeah.
you mentioned something about consultation, marriage consultation with
Yeah.
psychologists or
Mm.
whatnot. But my question was, what is the biggest problem that might be solved by a divorce?
Mm. Okay. I think every family or parents have a different problem in their family. So we can generalize all of the option for the people, but sometimes when we decide to choose the divorce option, maybe you can save, or what we call it, save your children, because of the you know the parents can do the harm activity to their children, maybe can hurt the children. So the other side, the a wife or husband decide to divorce because he or she try to avoid the kekerasan, what we call it,
Violence.
violence to the children. So I think
Yeah.
uh, so many problem can be happen in different family, but since come the problem is relate to the criminal activity, just like the violence to the children, violence to your husband or your wife, maybe the divorce is the good option. Not only divorce, maybe you can ask to the you can raise the problem to the law, maybe. Not only divorce.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, Violence is one of the reasons why
Yeah.
the rate of divorce is increasing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you further, what are the other causes or factors of divorce happening and rising in the SARS school later on after you have read the passage. Now, would you please read this passage sentence for sentence, Mas Iksan?
Okay. Okay. I try for. I will read for the first sentence
Loudly.
that you wrote. Okay. Wali, The result of the test show that your blood pressure is high, too high for a man of your age. What is wrong? What's wrong? Asked Dr. Netaka.
Doctor,
Doctor,
blood.
blood.
What is blood pressure?
Tekanan darah.
Yes. Okay, so the situation is that Mr. Wali Abunit is in the hospital at the moment, right? Seeing the doctor. Next.
I don't know. Well, I just don't feel happy. I'm depressed. Is that strange?
Yeah, so it's not physical illnesses, it's more about mental
Mentality
issues. Go ahead.
issues. No, not at all. Unfortunately, many people are like that. Do you have any idea what's causing you depression?
Sorry, it's supposed to be your.
Yeah.
Next.
Wally hangs his head and stayed at the floor. He is embarrassed. He starts to say something, but stops. Says his daughter. I think you know what's wrong. You can tell me. I won't tell anyone else. Not even your wife, Fiona.
Okay, so we got the information about his wife. Her name is Fiona.
Fiona.
But how do you pronounce this?
Can I use Google to?
Yes, of course.
Sorry. Oh, shy. Malu.
How do you pronounce it?
Gugup. Embrace.
No. Embrace.
Embrace.
No. It's not. It's a different word. I'm so sorry. So embrace means this one, sir. I'm just gonna, embrace.
Oh, yeah.
Beda sama embarrass.
Oh, embarrass.
Embarrass. Wait a minute. Yes, please check your Google and
Embarrass. Yes.
we can see on Google. Yes. Wait a minute. Kalau embrace apa sih?
Okay, sorry. Apa ya? Pernah dengar soal merangkul.
Embrace. Yes, embrace itu kayak embrace your
friends.
Embrace your what is it called? Anxiety, no anxiety. Something like weaknesses. Insecurities, that's the word. Yeah. Gen Z now have, so many
insecure problems,
right?
Yes.
Always a campaign about that, about it, like embrace your insecurities, embrace your skin tone, embrace your skin color, something like that. So embrace means akuin, acknowledge, tunjukkan,
acknowledge, yeah.
berdamai, tunjukkan dan berbangga lah, something like that. Like
okay.
Empower,
yes.
Totally different case with this. Pronounce. Embarrassed. If I'm not
Embarrassed.
Wait.
Embarrassed.
I haven't shared the sound. Can you see my slide now?
Yeah, can I? I can see your. No slide. This is your Google.
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
That's how you pronounce saya malu. I'm embarrassed. For example, I'm embarrassed by my kids, or by my parents, or by myself. Aku malu dengan
diriku sendiri.
Sinonimnya bisa I'm ashamed of. I'm ashamed of. Dengan siapa? Alright, let's continue. I think so. Can you guess? Uh, what kind of doctor is this?
Um,
The doctor said, I think you know what's wrong. You can tell me. I won't tell anyone else, not even your wife. And before that, he said, do you have any idea what's causing your depression? Can you guess what kind of doctor is this?
um, apa ya? Mental?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
A doctor who is an expert in mental issues, maybe
yeah,
a psychologist
yeah. Psychologist.
or
Yes.
psychiatrist, something like that. All right, go ahead.
My wife, Fiona. It is funny that you should mention her name, says Welly. Actually, I think my marriage is the problem. Oh. Did you know we have been married for 15 years? 15 long years. Wali say. Our marriage is terrible. We fight and argue all the time. We can never agree on anything. It is hard for me to live with her. I guess I don't love my wife anymore.
All right. So after 15 years,
Yeah, yeah, 15 years.
he said the love has become blurry now because they fight all the time, they argue all the time. It's not like a simple argumentation that a
Mm,
couple had,
mm,
for example. Uh, it's just like you cannot agree on anything.
mm.
You have to highlight this one.
We can never agree on anything. Yes.
I can imagine how uncomfortable is that situation
Mm,
that
mm,
situation is when you
mm.
cannot agree on anything,
Yeah.
even what food you want to eat for
Mm,
the dinner, where you
mm.
want to go for the vacation, whatnot. It's just really not convenient or comfortable for the couples.
Yeah.
Next.
What about your two children? Do you love them? Asked Dr. Nataka. Yes, very much. And that's part of the problem. I'm afraid to get a divorce because of the children. I think Fiona and I will have to stay married for
Sorry.
the sake of the oh, I will have to stay married for the sake of the children. Oh, yeah. Dr. Nataka thinks about his for a minute and then asks Wally, why do you think you have to stay with your wife because of your children?
Mhm.
Everyone knows that children suffer when their parents get divorced. I don't want my children to suffer and unhappy and confused. And I don't want to lose them. If I divorce Fiona, she will probably keep the children. I will only be able to see them every now and then. I couldn't bear that. I will miss them too much.
Bear.
Bear. Oh, I could I couldn't bear that.
Mhm.
I
All right.
will miss them too much.
Mhm. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Uh, I personally disagree with, you know, Wally's statement about this one. Everyone knows that children suffer when their parents get divorced.
Mm,
I disagree with that because
mm,
I have several friends of mine uh,
mm,
whose parents are, divorced
mm.
or splitting up, but they're still happy.
Yeah.
They're even more happy
Yeah.
before the divorce happened.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be our discussion. What's wrong with this? Is divorce is the divorce that bad? Or maybe it can be the solution. All right. So what do you think about the passage in general, Mas Ihsan?
Um, I think this is the family gonna be like hell, maybe, since the parents never agree each other. I think every time, every minutes, every hours, there are so many problems can be happen in this family. I think the children become not only the parents, maybe the children feel the family, this is not good or ideal family for his for life. So this is not good for the children if
Mhm.
the parents never agree each other, and every time there are so many problem rise in his or her family.
Even a small thing, right?
Yes, even a small thing. I
But
think
go ahead.
there is no love anymore
Mhm.
in this family, I think.
Mhm. Yes, that's a good logic, Mas Ihsan. After you
Yeah.
have read the passage, I think you may have some assumptions regarding
Mm,
the story. And I
mm,
agree with your logic.
mm.
The conditions, the home environment would not be suitable for the children
Yeah.
if the parents are not in the same page, if they always have disagreements towards each other. But do you really think that the divorce is the solution? Because we haven't got any explicit indication if there's any violence in the.
Mm. Oh, okay.
I didn't notice. Did you notice if there's any explicit indication of violence from the father or from the mother?
Uh, no, this is there is no. I think in this passage, didn't discuss about the violence to the children. Only for
Exactly.
yeah,
There's no
uh,
violence, right?
yeah. There's no violence
The first
between. Mm,
in the
okay.
first beginning, I ask you, uh, what is the biggest cause of divorce, and you said violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might be, uh, might be something that cannot be forgiven because it's criminal. It's a
Yeah.
crime, right? But
Agree.
in this passage, there's no violence.
Yeah. Oh,
At worst,
mm,
at worst, they might only have disagreements like verbal abuse.
yeah.
That's the worst case, right? But do you really think it's unsolvable? Do you think it's something that cannot be solved by other alternatives instead of divorce? Let's read this five statement as usual. What do you think, Mas Ihsan? What do you think about the divorce? Check the opinions you agree with. First thing first, I want you to read one by one, number one until number five, without giving your responses yet. Okay, just read
Okay.
the statement.
Okay. Children don't want to see their parents unhappy or fighting all the time. So divorce may help the children, not hurt them. Okay.
Okay, if you choose this, I want you to elaborate. Uh, why, you
Mm,
know, why fighting all the time makes the children unhappy,
mm,
and why can it be solved by other alternatives
mm.
besides a divorce? Number
Okay.
two.
When parents get divorced, they should explain to the children that divorce is the parents' problem and that the children are not to blame. Mm,
If you have to respond to this statement by saying that, yeah, children of course are not the one who is to blame, who
yeah.
are to blame, but they're still witnessing the problems, right?
Yeah.
So how can you solve the children's psychological state? Number three.
Divorce is wrong. Husband and wives try too hard to stay together.
Sorry.
Okay.
If
Should
Yeah,
try too hard to stay, maybe.
sorry. Yes. There are so many typos here. I'm so sorry.
Yes, no problem.
All right, go ahead.
Divorce is wrong. Husband and wives should try harder to stay together. Hmm.
Yes, you have to respond to this this statement by saying, by giving us uh, the what kind of efforts or
Yeah.
what kind of attempts or what kind of other alternatives should be tried harder
Mm,
together.
mm.
Right? Number 4.
With or without children, it doesn't matter. When love ends, the marriage is over.
Yes. In this statement, I want you to define love is.
Yeah.
What is love? And how can you be so sure if that feeling, if that emotion is already gone? How
Yeah.
can what are the rubrics? What are the indicators? So you
Mm.
have to find that. Number 5.
It is okay to get divorced if you don't have children, but if you do have kids, you should never get divorced.
Mhm. This is the most significant discussion. I think we need to talk more on this topic because yes, in some cases, this statement might be true, but
Mhm.
in other case, just take a look at the example of Deddy Corbuzier,
Yeah.
son,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
He you know, he told on the television on one of the programs on television that
Yeah.
he's really unhappy when his father and his mother were staying together because
Mm.
he experienced and witnessed uncomfortable
Mm.
scenes such as him
Yes.
fighting all the time.
Yeah.
When they get divorced, those sins never happen no more,
Yeah.
right? So you have to weigh uh, the pros and the cons for the
Mm.
children
Mm.
regarding the divorce. You have 8 minutes to prepare your answers to respond these 5 questions. Sorry, statements.
Mm.
And your 8 minutes start now. Good luck, Mas Iksan.
Okay. 8 minutes.
Yes,
Okay.
to take notes of your
Okay.
7 minutes now. All right, sir. The time is up. Have
Yep.
you
Yep.
some ideas?
Okay. For the first sentence, yeah.
Yep.
I'm agree with the statement because if the marriage if you do not stop the marriage of you maybe will be cause the mentality issue will happen to the children because the parents fighting all the time, and the family become that is not conducive for the children life, for children life. Maybe it is become a problem for the future, I think. So you need to choose that option if there is no all the time you fight each other. I think you need to stop it.
How can
Okay.
you stop it?
Hmm?
How can
Hello.
you?
Divorce.
No, no. Oh, the
Yeah.
the fighting.
Oh, the fighting.
Can
Maybe.
you stop it? Like from the father and for the mother, even though their ego are equally the same high, like
Yeah.
how can you stop it? The fighting.
But in this condition you can stop it, I think. But you need time to tell him or her uh, uh, fighting is not the solution at all. So you need to discuss or tell him or her in the apa ya, comfortable condition, not during the fighting, I think.
Uh, do you think that if the children talk to their parents and beg and they're begging like stop
Mm-mm.
mom, stop that,
Yeah.
I want to see this, I feel uncomfortable, do you
Yeah.
think the parents are gonna be melted and not
No,
fight
I
anymore?
think no,
Their
that
kid
that
they
will
just
not happen.
fighting.
Yeah. No. If, even children may be the victim after their fighting, maybe because the emotional condition, the people can use anything and harm their children, I think.
Yes,
There is
that's
no control in your emotional. You can do anything, include your children.
so are you saying that when it comes to the situation where it's already out of control and
Yeah, all of the control. Yes.
it's really harming the children,
Yeah,
it has to be stopped by the divorce before the dangers
the
of
dangers.
before the dangers happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, number two.
Number two, I agree with that statement because but you need to ensure your when the time to tell your children, because not all of the you need to ensure your children can understand understood the condition of the family, so she can think this option may be the best option for the family. So not all of the children can get the point, but you need to ensure the condition or situation when you discuss to your children in the good or in good or comfortable condition. You tell your children, but you need to ensure the age of your children, maybe,
Mhm.
because if your children baby, she or he cannot,
Understand.
yeah, will not know anything if you tell him or her. Yes.
So if the children are already like 5 years old,
Yeah. Oh no, 5 years old is not. I think the 5 years old can get the. I didn't understand the condition of the parents. You
8 years
need.
old,
Sorry.
8 years old.
I think you can explain it for 8 years old in not in dramatic condition, but in happy condition.
Mhm.
Yeah. But if he already 15 or 17, yeah, you can discuss it clearly with your children, relate to the condition of the family, I think.
All right. I'm still I'm still not having the imagination of this condition, sir. When parents get divorced, they should explain to their children that the divorce is the parents' problem and that the children are not to blame. Imagine the kid is already like high school student, 17,
Ah,
let's
yeah.
say he's
Mm,
17. And
mm,
the problem is it's not because of him they get divorced. The parents got divorced because one of the parents
mm.
cheated on, maybe let's say the mother cheated on the father.
Ah, yeah.
So should the father tell the kid that it's not because of you, son, it's because of your mother cheating on me, that's why we got divorced? Are you saying like
No,
this?
no.
So how?
I think that the statement, the point your wife relate to the conditions, that is not good, or that is not fair enough. Maybe the problem, the root problem for yourself. Maybe you didn't care to your wife. You don't uh, make her happy every time, every day, maybe. So you shouldn't harm your wife and tell the bad statement to your children, because yeah, I think,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but
There's gonna be two versions of stories, right?
yeah,
From
yeah,
the
yeah,
mother's side and from the father's side. That's
yeah.
why. What do you mean by telling the children that the divorce is the parents' problem, not
Ah,
kids? What? How to say? How to explain this is This is our problem, the parents' problem.
mm.
And when the kid replies, "What is the problem, mom? What is the problem, dad?" What
if
would you say?
if the kid is 17 years old, you need to tell her honestly all of the problem, but in the mature way, maybe.
Mhm.
You say, you discuss to your children, because if the family if we continue that family, not only you, but not only the parents, but you will be impact to get an impact for that conditions. So you need to tell the truth to the children, if he or she 17 years old or above, I think.
Well then, number three.
Number, I'm not agree at all with the statement, because the something you need to embrace yourself. I think embrace yourself to, but divorce is the final option for the condition. If you know, in this condition, in the past 10 years, the divorce is the how people easy to say divorce to his couple, you know.
Mhm.
I think the not the big issue of the not a big problem in the family, but she divorce is the final option. Not as simple as that. I think you need to step back, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, or you need to have the second opinion. Avoid all the toxic people that that try uh, to yeah,
Mhm.
to tell all negative words to you, and the final decision is divorce. There are so many bad environment now, so you need uh, to discuss to yourself, maybe. So it is not easy to say divorce before you say divorce in all of the problem that you face. I think
Mhm.
you need to merenungkan lagi.
Reflect.
Yeah, you need to reflect all of the condition that you choose. Yeah.
So
I
you
think divorce is divorce is not divorce is wrong. Yeah, totally wrong. But in other hand, we can avoid the condition that we choose the divorce option, I think. But
you disagree with number three.
disagree at all. Not sorry. not 100% disagree, but you can yeah
I
yeah
see.
something like this.
Yes, I agree with you, Mas Isan, when you said divorce is not a simple word.
Yeah,
It's a huge step of life,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Given the fact that given the fact that from the story we know that this couple has been married for 15
15 years.
years, and I think 15 years is like my whole life. It's more than my half whole life.
Yeah,
Uh, so I think it's not a short time. It's a very, very long time
yeah,
already.
yeah,
That's why if you agree with the divorce in these circumstances, I'm questioning, sir. Don't you don't you think about good memories for the past 15 years? Like
yeah,
all the investments, sorry, all of the investments together, investment of time, efforts,
yeah,
good stories,
yeah,
memories,
yeah,
the children, and
yeah,
everything you have done together.
yeah,
Isn't it worth it only because of the love is not it's already blurry at the moment?
yeah,
Don't you think there's another way besides
yeah,
divorce?
yeah, yeah. I think I will mention it for the four statement.
Okay, go ahead then.
Because we discussed about the love is the love ends. Okay?
Mhm.
So I not agree 100% with that statement. Yeah, because there are so many the good memories that happen in your family with your couple. Maybe maybe you can repair your relationship with your wife or your couple by doing something that you ever do when the first meetings first meeting with your couple, doing something like watching the romantic movie. Maybe you walk in the city when you have good memories in that city or the in the road. Maybe so love is ends. Maybe you maybe not only people. Yeah, I agree. Love maybe can be end, but you can repeat it again, recharge your love
Mhm.
by using by remembering all the memories that you do when you meet each other. Maybe.
Those are two different those are two important uh points. Number one, I wanna ask a follow-up question. What are the major factors that cause the love
Hmm.
and
I think the ego, maybe the the emotional you can you control yourself, or something like just the apa ya,
don't you
orang ketiga, what we call it, orang ketiga.
an affair?
Fair. Yeah, an
Uh,
affair maybe.
let's talk about the first one, ego. After 15 years, don't you think the ego in the first 5 years and the first 10 years are the same?
No,
The same ego? No,
no, it
I'm
will
not.
be changed by
Uh,
the time. It
I'm
will
not
be changed.
married. I'm not married, y'all, so I
Yeah.
don't understand about this. So you may explain.
I married for about for 10 years uh, with my wife.
Mhm. How
Yeah.
how come?
Hmm?
How come it's changed?
Yeah. Uh, there are so many problems that you face when you live in your family. Uh, when you live for yourself, there are no problem, just like your children the children illness, the working, but the work problem, the office problem, the financial problem,
Mhm.
the family problem. There are so many things that can influence us to be a different people since we meet each other. When you make a relationship with your couple, everything um, just like it is really really a good condition. It's just really romantic. You forget that this is the world have so many problems, but if you in love, all of the problem just looks like solved
Mhm. In the first year.
in the first years. In the first years, but uh, you need to change yourself, become a parents of your children, since all of your love cannot be give to your wife or your husband, because you need to divide your love to your children, to your other family, just like your parents as well. So there are so many factor can be changed the people. uh, yeah, the love is will be impacted to that condition, I think.
Wow, that's so deep, sir. Yes, that's so.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that someone's ego can be influenced by externalities such as
yeah,
those things that you have
yeah,
mentioned, and I think it's logically true.
yeah, Mr. Aidir, it's the term of me time.
Mhm.
Today you can find all of the term of me time in many social media. If your wife get influenced by the statement of the me time,
Mhm.
she will argue with you about the me time. Okay,
Is
I,
this
I never hear me time before in before 2000 and 2010.
uh-huh.
I never hear me time, but after the Instagram become a popular social media in the world, the me time, there are so many discussion about the me time,
Uh-huh.
what mentality, health, and
Uh-huh.
something like that.
Uh-huh. Are you complaining about your wife now?
No,
Am I a
no,
psychologist
I
now?
never complain with my wife, but in other hand, you need to step back to avoid the problem with your family.
Don't you
Yes,
need your own me time, sir?
I think the difference between the man and the woman is no need to tell your me time.
I see.
We have me time already, but the wife need to tell to you that condition. So you need to try to. Oh, I feel your conditions. Okay, you have your me time. I will take care for the children, just like that. Okay.
Thank you so much for the marriage suggestions, Mas
Yes.
Isan, but I haven't thought much about marriage yet. I'm still,
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, we still have 2 minutes to go. Please, would you please finish the last number?
Okay. I'm not agree 100% with that statement, because maybe when you choose the it is not, it's okay to get divorced, you don't. Okay, divorce maybe the option to avoid the future problem for your children. So if you decide to choose the divorce option, so I think you will avoid your children from the harm conditions, because if the parents can control itself, their self, when fight each other, the children will become a victim of the problem. So you can harm your children because you can control your emotion. You can control yourself, so you can harm your children that get to the condition. It happened to me, because if if I fight with my wife, so I can control myself. And when my children come try to mendekati saya gitu ya.
Approach.
Try to approach me, but I still in uncontrolled condition. I can harm my children just like that. But this is the simple problem. But how if it is the biggest problem? It happened in 15 years. You fight each other all the time. The children will be harmed every time. Every time, I think.
Yes, I agree that divorce might, save the children from the possible harms caused by the fighting from the parents. But on the other hand, divorce also is splitting up between the kids and the parents. You are
Yeah.
not in the same house anymore.
Yeah.
Meaning you're not spending much, in the same amount of time together.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe the kids are losing one of the figures of the parents.
Yeah.
Don't you think that this also
I think about that, but you need to choose all the risky option in that condition. If you choose the try to keep your family, but your children see your fight, your arguments, your fighting every time, that is not good for your children. So we need to step back 1 or 5 steps to avoid the more biggest danger, biggest problem for your family and especially for your children, I think.
So you're saying that we need to compromise.
Yes, you need to compromise that with that condition.
Which consequences that are
there are so many consequences that for all options that you choose, I think.
Right. Well said, Mas Ihsan. We're not going to discuss this issue because first reason, the time is not sufficient. The second one, I don't think this is really important because the issue is about how to decrease the rate of divorce, which I don't think it's significant because why should we decrease the rate of the divorce? Instead, I think the discussion might be more constructive and comprehensive. If we can talk about which one is good parenting or bad parenting. But the time is not sufficient. Thank you so much for coming today, sir. The last feedback from me, I noticed that you love the word step back, right? But now I hope that you learned something about compromise and other. But other than that, take a look at this. These are phrases to say whether or not you agree or disagree. But you always said I am agree or I am disagree. It is not appropriately right based on grammatical rules, but that's why I'm telling you now, because which one do you say? Do you say I love you or I am loving you?
Yes.
Okay? That's why if you want to say I agree with you or I disagree with you without to BM. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today, sir. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day.